Good day and welcome to the news hour coming to you from Metro TV. I am Emmanuel Oladipo. First, the headlines. Northern Governors Forum goes off on NSAS protesters. NSAS, Boko Haram started as youth protest. Governor Zulum, Olusegun Obasanjo, confident US Vice President-elect Kamala Harris is of Nigerian origin. Now the news in details. The Northern Nigerian Governors Forum has thrown its weight behind the Nigerian federal government of a plan to regulate the social media space through the social media bill, which was sponsored by a Northern APC lawmaker, Senator Mohammed Sani Musa, in the year 2019.
Northern State Governors Forum in taking proactive measures to address the NSAS protest.
The anti-social media bill was dropped in 2019 after a nationwide criticism that the 9th Nigerian Senate is simply trying to stifle critical and dissenting voices. However, the federal government insisted it is determined to regulate the social media space in the country, asking the majority of the Nigerian populace for support. The Northern Governors Forum expressed its support in a communique issued by its chairman, Governor of Plateau, Simon Lalong, after its meeting in Kaduna with traditional rulers and other key stakeholders in the region, in which it noted the devastating effect of the uncontrolled social media in spreading fake news following the nationwide NSAS protest. In a related development, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (SERAP) has threatened to sue the National Assembly and the Northern Governors Forum if any social media bill is passed and signed by President Muhammadu Buhari. SERAP, in a tweet recently while reacting to a proposal by the Nigerian Governors Forum for more social media regulations in the wake of the NSAS protest, said, quote, "We will sue the Northern Governors Forum and the National Assembly if any social media bill is passed and signed by President Buhari. Nigerians have a right to freedom of expression online. We won't accept any illegal attempt to interfere with that right. No to social media bill," unquote. Speaking after the Northern Governors Forum's meeting, the Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, described the killing of policemen by protesters in some parts of the country as evil, saying that police must be supported to discharge their duties. According to El-Rufai, quote,
"Yes, some of them must have been quite bad and killed many people.
We support the police. We believe that there may be some bad eggs in the police just as there are bad eggs in any organization, but it is no excuse to destroy or kill policemen. We hope to expand the footprint and the effectiveness of the Nigerian police. In accordance with their mandate, we have discussed closer collaboration with the Nigerian police and the governors to enhance community policing as a first step," unquote. He also said that at the meeting, the Northern governors agreed on community policing, noting that it is the community police unit that will transform into state police once the constitution is amended. The Borno State Governor, Babagana Zulum, has warned the Nigerian youth that the Islamic Jihad group Boko Haram started as a result of youth protests, appealing for careful handling. The governor, whose state remains the epicenter of insurgency, while speaking in an interview with State House correspondent after a meeting he had with the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, affirmed that the Boko Haram crisis in the northeastern part of the country started with protests by youth against the use of motorcycle helmets in the state capital, Maiduguri. However, reactions from people who are unhappy with the governor's statement have started pouring in, with some saying that Governor Zulum appears not to be different from other inconsistent governors in Nigeria, despite his perceived acceptance as one of the best governors who love the masses. It should be noted that the northeastern state, Borno, has suffered maiming, killing, displacement and destruction at the hands of Boko Haram terrorist group, which has disintegrated into many factions, with one faction pledging allegiance to the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government continues to crack down on EndSARS protest actors, as the Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS) recently prevented Modupe Odele, a lawyer who volunteered her services to help free peaceful protesters who were detained by law enforcement agents, from leaving the country. Responding to the development, the NIS spokesman Sunday James said Modupe Odele's passport was not seized as a result of the campaign against police brutality, explaining that the passport was seized as part of a routine border assignment. According to Sunday, quote, "Whenever a restriction is placed on any individual, the Immigration Service is responsible for its enforcement," unquote. It should be noted that several reports are making the rounds that DJ Switch and a host of other lead activists in the recent nationwide EndSARS protests are being hunted by the Nigerian police force. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo has congratulated the 46th U.S. President-elect Joe Biden and his Vice President-elect Kamala Harris in an open letter to the duo. The ex-president, while asking the newly elected president to restore confidence in the role of America as the largest economy in the world, with significant responsibility for the peace, security, stability, and progress of the world, called the election a victory of good over evil, and not just for America only, but for most people of the world. Directly addressing the U.S. Vice President-elect, Obasanjo said, quote, "The first African-American president of the U.S., Barack Obama, has Kenyan DNA in him, and I am reasonably sure that the first African-American female vice president-elect of the U.S. will have some Nigerian DNA in her, as most of those taken to the Caribbean from Africa went from Nigeria of today." Meanwhile, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan of Nigeria, in the heat of the U.S. presidential elections, wrote on his Facebook page that nobody's ambition is worth the blood of any citizen, and that it is better to gain honor at the cost of losing power than to gain power at the cost of losing honor, noting that, quote, "At any point in time, the power of love should matter more than the love of power. This is my philosophy. I have lived it. It has brought great peace to both my beloved nation and I recommend it to all leaders facing challenging situations, either in government or at the polls, or even in their dealings with fellow political actors," unquote. The Associated Press, releasing the final result of the election, posted that the incumbent President Donald Trump polled a total of 214 electoral college votes, while his biggest rival, Joe Biden, who is now president-elect, polled a total of 290 electoral college votes, a development which President Donald Trump has vehemently rejected. Alright, thank you for watching. This is where we end the news hour. Do join us again for the next episode. Until then, stay out of trouble and enjoy life with your family and friends. I remain Emmanuel Oladipo.